So let us see line in a plane. In 10th standard you studied a linear equation in two variables represent a straight line and it is of the form ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. 9th also you studied, 10th also you studied. Now this year we will study how to form the equation of such a line, how that equation can be formed in a plane, that we are going to study. For that we must know what is a slope or a gradient. Slope or a gradient means tangent of the angle, means tan theta, where theta is the angle made by the line with the positive direction of x-axis. Only positive direction is allowed of x-axis. The tangent of the angle made by a line with the positive line of x-axis is called the slope. It is denoted by small letter m. M equal to tan theta. What is that? Tan theta is the inclination with the positive x-axis. It also can be found out using the formula y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1, where x1 and x1 y1 and x2 y2 are 2 points in a line. Means you can find out the slope of this line with the help of theta also by using tan theta, or 2 points on a line are given, then use the formula for tan theta slope as y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. Difference between y coordinate upon difference between x coordinate. But the order must be same. You may take from here to here or here to here, not a problem. So this is the formula m equal to tan theta, that is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1, where x1 y1 and x2 y2 are the points on the line. Now two examples are given. Suppose theta is 150, means this angle formed with the x-axis is 150, then slope is equal to tan 150 degree, that is equal to minus 1 by root 3, tan 30 minus second quadrant, so minus tan 30, that is minus 1 by root 3. Similarly, if suppose these 2 points are given on the line, then the slope is y2 minus y1, 3 minus minus 1 upon 5 minus 3, that is 4 upon 2, that is 2. That's a method of finding the slope of a line. Now can you find out the angle between two lines? Suppose one more line is drawn here somewhere, and so that what angle is forming between that two lines. If you know the slope of both of the lines, suppose you know the slopes of both of the lines, then we can find out the angle between them by using the formula tan alpha equal to modulus m2 minus m1 upon 1 plus m1 m2, where m1 and m2 are the slopes of the given lines. This is the formula. If alpha is the angle between two lines, any two lines, then the formula is to find out the angle between them is tan alpha equal to m2 minus m1 upon 1 plus m1 m2, where m1 and m2 are the slopes. One example is given: angle between the lines passing through this and passing through this. So these 2 points having a line and these 2 points are having a line, so there is an angle between them, that is same as tan alpha is equal to, the formula is tan alpha equal to m2 minus m1 upon 1 plus m1 m2. Here m2 is any one of these you can take as m1 and m2, its slope or its slope you can take as m1 and m2. I took m2 as the slope of this line. 1 minus 5 upon 2 minus 3, that is 4, that is m2, minus m1, 4 plus 1 upon 1, that is 5, 4 minus 5 upon 1 plus 20. This modulus is written, that is why 1 by 21. Why modulus is written? There can be two angles. One is acute angle, means if you are taking it as positive, then it is acute angle, otherwise the angle is obtuse angle. Two angles are, suppose one angle is 30, that is acute, the same line having another angle 150 degree. So two angles are forming at a time, that is why modulus is written. So if you are taking positive means acute angle, then the remaining is the obtuse angle, whatever it may be. Now, here are two important things you see in this formula. Sometimes this M1 and M2 may be same, means tan alpha becomes 0. This M1 and M2 may be same, then tan alpha becomes 0. So, angle between two lines is 0 means the lines must be parallel. Angle between any two lines, two parallel lines is any two parallel lines having a angle always 0. So that is written M1 is equal to M2 implies and implied lines are parallel. Means here two important statements are there. If the slopes are equal, then the lines are parallel, or conversely, if the lines are parallel, then the slopes are equal. So very important statement is this. If the slopes are equal, then the lines are parallel, or the lines are parallel, then the slopes are equal. Similarly, if this alpha is 90 degree, means angle between two lines are 90 degree, or the lines are perpendicular, then tan 90 will be not defined. So, if you are writing here not defined, cross multiply, you will get 1 plus m1 m2 is equal to 0. Yeah, you will get m1 into m2 is equal to minus 1. So that way it is written here. So when can you say two lines are perpendicular? If the product of the slope is minus 1, means m1 into m2 is equal to minus 1 implies and implied by lines are perpendicular. So these two statements are very important. Lines perpendicular means product of the slopes are minus 1, or conversely, if the product of the slope is minus 1, then the lines are perpendicular. Similarly, lines are parallel means slopes are equal, or slopes are equal means lines are parallel. So it's very important. We will see that in different problems. Now two important notes are here. One is slope of x-axis. Yeah, any line parallel to x-axis are always having slope 0. Slope of x-axis and line parallel to x-axis are always 0. So any line parallel to x-axis or x-axis, slope is always 0, because alpha becomes 0. X-axis and a line parallel to x-axis, if we are taking, alpha becomes 0. So angle between them is 0. And similarly, any line parallel to y-axis or y-axis, slope of a line, slope of y-axis or any line parallel to y-axis are always not defined, because 90 degrees forming the with the x-axis angle is coming 90 degrees, tan 90 is not defined. So y-axis slope is also not defined. Any line parallel to y-axis slope is also not defined. So here two important things: x-axis slope is 0, or any line parallel to x-axis having slope 0. Y-axis slope is not defined, or any line parallel to y-axis slope is also not defined. Then how to find out the equation of a line? This is the format: y minus y1 equal to m into x minus x1. This form is called one point slope form. Means one point and slope are given, then always we can find out the formula by using the form y minus y1 equal to m into x minus x1, where m is the slope and x1 y1 are the given point. Now here you see one example is a line passing through. Here this is x1 and this is y1. You will put up y1 as minus 1, x1 as 2, and slope is also given as minus 3 by 2. Either it will be given or it can find out. Then its equation is y minus minus 1, that is y plus 1 equal to slope, that is minus 3 by 2 into x minus 2. Simplifying, you will get 3x plus 2y is equal to 4. You may see that in 9th and 10th standard, this we studied the equation of a line in a plane. That is why its general form is always x plus by plus c is equal to 0. Let's see some examples now. So let us see some questions. There is a question: find the equation of a line making angle 150 degree with x-axis. Means this is theta. For the tan 150 is the slope, and cutting of intercept 2 from y-axis. So y-axis point is given as 0, 2. y-axis, the line cut at a distance of 2 units. That's the meaning of that. Since that is positive, so 2 comma 0. If it is negative, then minus 0 comma 2. Since it is positive, 0 comma 2. If it is minus, then 0 comma minus 2. So m equal to tan 150, that is minus 1 by root 3, and point is 0 comma 2. So equation is y minus y1. y1 is 2 here. Y minus 2 is equal to minus 1 by root 3 into x minus x1. x1 is 0. Simplifying, you will get x plus root 3 y equal to 2. Another question is written, a line drawn perpendicular to line joining. A and B are two points. If we are joining a line, you will form, and a new line is perpendicular to this line. We need to find out the equation of a line which is perpendicular to this AB. Cuts off intersect minus 3 on x-axis, means point is minus 3 comma 0. So here you will get a slope of AB is minus 3, y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So the slope of perpendicular is, we studied product of the slope is minus 1. So which number when we are multiplying with minus 3, minus 1 will come. So minus 3 into 1 by, it's a negative reciprocal. Minus 3 negative reciprocal is 1 by 3. So if you are multiplying, you will get minus 1. So slope of the perpendicular is 1 by 3, because the product of minus 3 and 1 by 3 is minus 1. Because we studied if the lines are perpendicular, product of the slope is minus 1. Point is minus 3 comma 0. Using that, y minus 0, 0 is y1 there, is equal to slope is 1 by 3 into x minus x1, x plus 3, minus minus plus will come x plus 3. Simplifying, we will get x minus 3 by plus 3 is equal to 0. Another question, midpoint of sides of a triangle PQ, midpoints of the sides of a triangle are PQ and R. Means in a triangle, midpoints are given PQR. Find the equation of the sides, means we need to find out AB, BC and AC equations. For that, so we studied in midpoint theorem 9th standard. Midpoint theorem, P and R are the midpoints of the sides. So PR will be parallel to BC, and we studied PR is half of BC. That also we studied. So we want that parallel, the word there, parallel. PR is parallel to BC. So slope of PR must be equal to slope of BC. So PR is parallel to BC. So slope of BC must be slope of PR. P and R are given minus 5 minus 1 upon minus 5 minus 2. Simplifying 6 comma 7. And we know that Q is a point on BC. So the point required is minus 5 comma 7. Point also, slope also, both are from point and slope. So we can find an equation of BC is y minus y1. Y minus 7 is equal to slope into 6 by 7 into x minus x1, that is x plus 5. Simplifying, we will get 6x minus 7y plus 79 is equal to 0. Similarly, PQ is parallel to AC by midpoint theorem. PQ is parallel to AC. So slope of PQ must be equal to slope of AC. So slope of AC is slope of PQ, that is 7 minus 1 upon minus 5 minus 2, that will come minus 6 by 7. And R is the point on AC, so point is minus 5 minus 5. Simplifying, y plus 5 is equal to, using the formula, y plus 5 is equal to minus 6 by 7 to x plus 5. Simplifying, 6x plus 7y plus 65 is equal to 0. Similarly, QR is parallel to AB, QR is parallel to AB, so slope of AB must be slope of QR. Slope of QR, if I am finding y2 minus y1, so it is a wrong thing coming. Wait 1 minute. Okay, it is correct only. So slope of QR is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. Denominator will come 0, so it is not defined. That is slope of AB is not defined. Point is 2 comma 1. So the answer is y minus 1 equal to not defined is 1 by 0. So x minus 2. Or in other words, we can say if the slope is not defined, then line must be parallel to y axis. So the line passing through 2 comma 1 and parallel to y axis must be x equal to 2, or in short I can tell you, if a line is parallel to y axis, then x is equal to the x coordinate will be the equation. So here x coordinate is 2 and y coordinate is 1. If the line is parallel to y axis, then the equation is x is equal to x coordinate. Similarly, if the line is parallel to x axis, then the equation is y is equal to y coordinate, y is equal to 1. So since this line is parallel to y axis, x is equal to 2 is the equation. If the same line is parallel to y axis, y is parallel to x axis, then y is equal to 1 will be the equation that you may see. Now there is other form, there are two more forms of equation of line. One is called y is equal to mx plus b, mx plus c, whatever it may be. What is m is slope and b is the intercept on y axis, means how origin, from origin to y axis, how much unit is away the line is drawn. That is b. So slope, this form is called the slope intercept form, where intercept means y intercept. So this is the meaning of intercept. On x-axis, how far away from the origin it is intersected, that is called x-intercept. So x-intercept is A. Similarly, y-intercept is B, and this between A B. This is what is called intercept between the axis, that is C. So slope intercept form is y is equal to mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. This y-intercept. Similarly, another form is the intercept form. If both of the intercepts are given, x and y intercepts are given, then x upon a means x intercept plus y upon y intercept is equal to 1. If both the intercept, you know always the equation will be x by a plus y by b, means x upon x intercept plus y upon y intercept is equal to 1. That is what is called the intercept form. So one question is written here. Find the equation of a line passing through 3, 4, means 1 point is given. Sum of the intercept means a plus b, that is given as 14. Then since the intercept is given, intercept form is written x by a plus y by b is equal to 1, in which 3, 4 is a point. So use x as 3 and y as 4, you will get an equation. 3 upon a plus 4 upon b is equal to 1, and as well as a plus b is equal to 14, sum of the intercept. So we will get the value b, 14 minus a. Substitute here, 3 upon a plus 4 upon 14 minus a equal to 1 is here. So the right hand side it is 1. You make a quadratic equation and simplify. A equal to 6, b is equal to 8. You make a quadratic equation. In 10th standard you study how to make the quadratic equation. So two answers will come from A and two answers for B. When A equal to 6, B is equal to 8, A is equal to 6, B is equal to 8, and A is equal to 7, B also 7. So the two equations are x upon 6 plus y upon 8 equal to 1, and x upon 7 plus y upon 7 equal to 1. You may simplify also, take in the LCM and simplify, or you may leave like that, there is no problems. So let us see some other theory. If the equation of a line is given, then we studied in 9th standard and 10th standard, how can you find out the different solution? Infinite number of solutions are there. By putting x a number you will get y, or y a number you will get x. Just like that, we may find out its slope also. For that, actually we are writing it in the intercept form. Y you keep it in one side and all other terms you bring the right hand side, and you will write it as a form of y is equal to mx plus c, where m is the slope, or in short, the slope of the line is minus coefficient of x upon coefficient of y, that is minus a upon b, minus coefficient of x upon coefficient of y. Some of the example slope of this line is minus 3 upon minus 2, that is 3 by 2. This slope is minus coefficient of x, that is minus 3 upon 1, that is minus 3. And this line there is no y term, so minus 3 upon 0 not defined, that is why it is not defined. It will be parallel to y axis, so no slope will be there. 3y minus y, 5 equal to 0, so 0 is the slope because it is parallel to x axis. So that is the method of finding the slope when a line, equation of a line is given. Then an important question, find the image of 3, 8 with respect to this line. So this line you consider as a mirror, plane mirror, and if you are keeping a point in front of this mirror, you will get this image. How can you find out that? So I took that point as 3, 8, and I drawn a perpendicular to the mirror, that is line. So that is a perpendicular is drawn, I took it as Q. And we know that this distance and the remaining distance, image is always equal distance away is coming. So PQ and P dash Q are equal, or I can say Q is the midpoint of P and P dash. So how to find out? First I find out the slope of this given line. Slope of the given line is minus 1 upon 3. So slope of perpendicular PQ, PQ is the perpendicular line, slope of perpendicular is 3, because minus 1 by 3 into 3 is minus 1, product of the slope is minus 1. And I can keep in I want to find out equation of P dash, PQ. For that I took P as the point and the slope, so I find out equation of PQ is y minus 8 is equal to m into x minus 3. Simplifying, you will get that equation as 3x minus y is equal to 1. I took this as equation number 1, and the given equation wrote. So both of the equations I can solve it. So this is a given equation, this is the perpendicular equation. This is the equation of the perpendicular PQ, and this is the given equation. By solving, you will get x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 2. Do any method, x1, y2. Now that point is the point of intersection. So Q is 1, 2 in 10th standard we studied point of intersection. So Q point is 1, 2. So this Q, that Q is also called the foot of the perpendicular. Sometimes in the examination only you have to find out the foot of perpendicular and you stop up to here. Now I want this image also, this Q, whatever Q I got, that is the midpoint of P and P dash. We use the midpoint formula we studied in the 10th standard. Q is the midpoint of P and P dash. So that middle one is equal to A plus 3 upon 2. Midpoint of A and 3 is A plus 3 upon 2. Simplifying, A equal to minus 1. Similarly, B plus 8 upon 2 must be is equal to the second point, that is 2. So B is equal to minus 4. So I can say image is minus 1, minus 4. It's a very important type of question. Now, if the image of a line with respect to line is given as, image of a point with respect to line is given as 5, 2. So find out the line. Here line was given, we find out the image. Here image is given, we are going to find out the line. It's more simple. Here this is P and this is P dash, just like in the previous example, P and P dash are given, we need to find out the equation of the line. So P and P dash are given, so its midpoint is Q, just like in the previous case. So find out the midpoint of P and P dash Q. Q is equal to 7 by 2, 3 by 2. Midpoint of these 2 points is 7 by 2, 3 by 2. And the slope of P dash is 1 by 3. So slope of the line, slope of the perpendicular is, it's a negative reciprocal, because these two product is minus 1. Slope of the required line is minus 3. Slope you know, point you know, you can find out equation, simplifying 3x plus y is equal to 12. Also you studied section formula. There are 2 section formula. In 10th you studied one of them, that is internal division. mx2 plus nx1 by m plus 1 means if A and B are 2 points and a C divides AB in the ratio m is to n, where C is in between A and B, that is why internal division. C may be outside also, then that is external division. So same formula which we learned in 10th standard is written, mx2 plus nx1 upon m plus n. And also we studied the third one, midpoint of x1 and x2, x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. These two are studied already in 10. This is only the new thing. External means C is outside here or here, outside AB. Here C is in between AB, other cases C is outside AB. Then no changes is there. Same formula you can use. Instead of plus you write only minus, mx2 minus nx1 upon m minus n. Similarly, other one also you have to write mx2 plus nx1. Here also you have to write both the form. This is my2 plus ny1 upon m plus n. and here also my2 minus my1 upon m minus. So this the first one is internal division. This is internal and this is external. And we'll see some more problems related to this. So let us see some examples. Here I took 2 points A and B, and I need to find out a C which divides AB 2:3 internally. Means a point you have to find out in between A and B in which the ratio is 2:3, means AC is to BC equal to 2:3. So that we studied in 10th standard, same itself, no change. So I use the format internal division mx2 plus nx1 upon m plus n and my1 plus, that format we studied in 10th standard. So usually we are taking the first point on the first ratio, that is the first point, and the second in the second, and reverse order multiply and add. Same thing is there. 2 into minus 1, that is minus 2 plus 6 upon 3 plus 2. Similarly 3 into minus 3, 2 into 5, 10 minus 9, that is upon 5. That is C is 4 by 5 and 1 by 5. The same question, if C is externally means either before A or after C. Here since the first ratio is smaller, so before A. If the first ratio is larger, then after B will come. Here AC is to BC is given as 2:3. So that is the ratio given here. So same format, instead of plus you use minus. 2 into minus 1 minus 2 minus 6 upon 2 minus 3. Same order. If you started from 2, then 2 minus 3. If you are starting from 3, then 3 minus 2. That order you have to use and change that order. So that's 2 into 5, 10 minus. So it will come plus. Upon 2 minus 3, that is 8 comma minus 19. Now how can you find out the distance, perpendicular distance from a point to a line? Very simple, that point you directly substitute on the line, then constant you keep it always in the left hand side, means right hand side always must be 0. Then divide the result by coefficient of x square plus under root of coefficient of x square plus coefficient of y square, that is written here. So ax1 plus by1 plus c upon root of a square plus b square. For an example, 3,2 from distance from 3,2 from this line is modulus 3 into 3, 9 minus 8 minus 7 divided by root of 3 square is 9 plus 4 square is 16. So you will get the distance is 6 upon 5. 6 upon 5. Now distance between two parallel lines. So parallel lines means their A1 by A2, B1 by B2 always same, or you can make the coefficient of x and y always same if the lines are parallel. So if you directly subtract this everything get cancelled. C1 minus C2, modulus is kept because distance cannot be negative, divided by root of a square plus b square. The same coefficient what we have done here, that itself you are going to do here. So here also, these two lines are parallel. You may see that A1 by A2, B1 by B2 are same. Here x and here minus 2. So I made this also minus 2x by multiplying everywhere minus 2. So minus 2x plus 4y minus 10 equal to 0. Now if we are subtracting, x and y get cancelled. 1 minus 10, that is 11, 1 plus 10 divided by root of 20 will come, that is coming root of 4 plus 16, that is 2 root 5, the distance. So one question is here, find the point on x-axis at a distance of 3 units away from this line. So on x-axis we are taking the point as a comma 0. Now the distance from a0 to this line is given as 3. a0 to this line is given as 3. So this distance 3 must be equal to modulus a I am putting on this line 4a minus 0 minus 12 divided by root of 4 square plus 3 square, a square plus b square. So it is coming as 5. Cross multiply, 15 is equal to 4 modulus 4a minus 12. When you are removing modulus, two possibility, either 4a minus 12 equal to 15 or 4a minus 12 equal to minus 15. two values are possible, a equal to 27 by 4 or a is equal to minus 3 upon 4. So the points are, first one is 27 by 4 comma 0 or minus 3 by 4 comma 0. Same question from y-axis is there, then the point you will take 0 comma b, means if the distance from 0 comma b to this line is 3 units, then 3 is equal to modulus 0 minus 3b minus 12, that is written here upon 5. Simplifying 15 is equal to minus modulus of minus 3b minus 12. Remaining modulus 1 will come get directly, b is equal to minus 9. And other will come just like in the previous case, minus get cancelled, b is equal to 1. So the point in that case will be 0 comma minus 9 or 0 comma 1. Now how to find out the angle between those two lines. So the first line m1 is minus 3, m2 is minus 1 by 2. Use the formula tan alpha, simplifying you will get to 5. So tan alpha equal to 5. We want to write tan to right hand side, so alpha equal to tan inverse 5, because that we cannot detail now you study. In the 12th standard you study how can you find out inverse. So such cases you may leave it like this. Now here 3x plus 4 by m minus 7, 3x plus 4x minus 3 by plus 5 equal to 0. Here I am taking m1 is minus 3 by 4, m2 is 4 by 3, but the product is minus 1 coming. m1 is minus 3 by 4 and m2 is 4 by 3, product is coming minus 1. So without using the formula I can say alpha equal to 90 degree. Here also, in this case slope is minus 2 and here also slope is 2, here also slope is 2, m1 and m2 both having slope 2. So our lines are parallel, so the angle between the lines is 0.